Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. As the work week kicks off tonight, another week of football comes to an end with a Monday Night Primetime contest. It's the Houston Texans and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's Jason Myers to get this one going. And Monday Night Primetime is underway. Here's Tremon Smith with the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So here come the Texans for their opening drive. Leading them out, our 2023 Offensive Rookie of the Year. Now in his third season out of Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
Not a lot of quarterbacks, Kate, who earn postseason wins each of their first two seasons. And that's exactly what CJ has done. He has become the face of the franchise down there in Houston. And now a little more help around him and hopefully a better offensive line to protect him this year.
A tight end in motion now. Now the first carry for Nick Chubb. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
First down, Houston.
When you script that first 15, Kate, and that first play is a run play, well, you can't do it better than that.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Stroud throwing here on first. He's got time here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock. But, man, the defense took that away, too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything, and they just did.
Completes it downfield to Kirk. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it sets up a Houston first.
Texans.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They're set up at the 35 now. Stroud to throw on first down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
No real secret. They were going to get him and his height involved early there, Kate. The secret was how is he going to be defended? Well, they chose to go physical, and that will plant a little thought in his mind. The next time the ball comes his way, he better be ready for some contact.
Back to the air they go on second. Stroud into traffic, complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even two defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
The Hawks dialing up the nickel D here, third down. This connects with Higgins. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a first and goal.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Here's Chubb. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on 1st and goal, it sets the table for more success.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. From the gun, Stroud. Seahawks bringing the pressure, and they got him. And quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Following the sack, going to need to find 11 yards here on 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Stroud. This throw is caught. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Motioning one of the tight ends. They're going to run for it with Chubb. And he's in for the touchdown. The Texans finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Nick Chubb touchdown. Once it became goal-to-goal, Brock, that field goal team just didn't feel like they were ever going to see the field. This team was committed to making a statement on the opening series, even if it meant leaving the offense out there on 4th and goal.
Yeah, I think that's really well said, Kate, for a couple reasons. Number one, you do get a chance to finish, right? So you do all this work to get there, you want to finish it. But you also know if you don't get it, well, you set your opponent up with some really bad field position. I love that decision.
Point after, up and good by Fairbairn. And the Texans will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Seahawks, nothing.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. This makes it up to the 25. So out come the Seahawks for their first offensive possession. And bringing them out, one of the league's best stories from last season, wasn't he? The former number 3 overall pick, coming off that career-defining year, Sam Darnold.
If we had asked Sam Darnold, coming out of USC as the 3rd overall pick in the draft, to write the story of his career, I don't think he would have written some of these chapters. But in the end, it makes you tougher. It makes you grittier. And playing quarterback in the NFL is a lot about that. Your ability to just withstand adversity and to continue to get up time after time after time. And Sam Darnold has shown that kind of perseverance.
Tried finding Zach Charbonnet out of the backfield. And it sets up 2nd down. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Darnold. And again, it's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back, and 2 straight incompletions. It made this 3rd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Throwing is Darnold on 3rd down. He lofts it deep left. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Well, partner, I know you love your baseball analogies. That's 3 strikes right there. And this offense 3 and out to begin this game.
And I think next drive, play number 1 should be a run. What do you think?
Yeah, I completely agree. Good call. 4th down punt from the Seahawks. And that means we're going to see Michael Dixon head on to send it skyward. And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line. Now we'll see the Houston offense for their second drive of the contest. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early and with a home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them, right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, they're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few boo birds.
All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. On play action, here's Stroud. This one's to Kirk out left side. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Complete to Christian Kirk. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 34-yard line.
2nd and 3 now. They are running from the gun with Chubb. Now that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB is going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. It's in or no, they dropped another one. Picks dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock, but it does force a 4th down.
Kate, I think that was the type of play we expected out of this defense to start the game. Can't undo that opening drive touchdown they gave up, but that can sure help to get yourself off the field with that 3rd down stop.
He's got this at the 27. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. So Seattle retakes the field for their 2nd series. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Oh, it's out sharp, and they lost it on the hit. And the Texans grab it. And Houston returns this to the end zone. Touchdown. The Texans get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. I think they would have happily just taken the turnover, Brock, but how about the wherewithal of the defender to take it back for the score?
Yeah, that is a scoop and score in the definition of a splash play defensively. You don't just rip possession away from the offense, kind of rip their heart out too. You rip possession, you turn it into points, and now that beleaguered offense is going to have to get right back on the field.
While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover.
Previous play is under review.
All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy's screaming something hit the ground while the defense is hoping it didn't.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the review saves them a turnover. He was, in fact, already down when the ball came free. After a fortuitous recovery, this will be 2nd down. From the gun, Darnold has him on the quick hitter. It's a small gain up to the 38. Jalen Petrie there on the stop.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Here's Darnold to throw. He's got Smith and Jigba for the catch. And this one's brought to an end well downfield from that line of scrimmage.
It's a gain of 23 yards. That's It's good for a Seattle Seahawks.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Play fake, Darnold. Called in by Arroyo on the right side. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
2nd and 3 now. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And this is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Staying with Walker. Good hit on the ground here. That's going to be a 9-yard pickup as it's 2nd down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Running with Walker again. And he couldn't get much there, but what he did get was absolutely crucial. That makes it 1st and goal.
Hey, I know the temptation is there. If I'm thinking it in the booth, I know that play caller is too. That could have been a chance to be aggressive. Not the case. Go get the first down like they did, and a new set of downs to work with.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Darnold with a quick pass out wide.
A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Here's 2nd and goal from the 6. Walker now from the gun. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal.
You get to these goal-to-goal situations, you know what a win is defensively, Kate? A stalemate. Just don't let them go forward. When you actually knock them backwards as they just did, you've now energized your whole group defensively.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Darnold looking to throw. And this is caught. It's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks cut it to a lone point on the scoreboard. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. So we've got a stoppage now. Figured this might be coming. We're going to take another look to see if this was indeed a touchdown. This right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again, unlike these officials who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
No change to the call on the field. So that play is going to remain a touchdown. Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks tie this game 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Here's Smith on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Houston offense out and ready to set up shop. And they're playing with a chance to take the lead right here. Get a nice little cushion in what has been an otherwise really close game.
Yeah, and really the mindset, Kate, is this has got to be the drive. When you break the huddle, you look at each other and say, right now, these are the moments that tilt the game in our favor. Because you know if you don't get it done, you've given your opponent that opportunity.
Texans to the line, 1st and 10. To the air, Stroud. Short pass brought in. And he's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there, 2nd down.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
2nd and 6 coming up here. First give on the ground. It's Woody Marks. And he's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. That's caught for the first. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
The Texans, 1st down.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
Completed over the middle. And this goes across midfield and into Seahawks territory.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Throwing is Stroud. Hits him on the out route. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Into the hands of Schultz. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. So the officials are officially on board tonight. For the first time a flag flies, somebody moved early. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards.
Still 1st down.
They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Here's Stroud again. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting a completion in that area, and not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
They send a tight end in motion. Here's Chubb on 2nd down. Still has room inside the 15. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Houston.
To me, now is the time to step on the gas, and you see this more and more in today's game, and it's the right move. Get that explosive run, get right back to the line of scrimmage, and don't let this defense breathe.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Staying on the ground here with Chubb. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
They'll set up the screen here for Marks. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Now Stroud on 3rd and goal. And he will score. It's a Houston touchdown. The Texans break the tie here in the 1st. You always tell me, Brock, it is a whole different world here, running routes, working in confined spaces, instead of having that whole field to spread out a defense.
Oh, spot on, Kate. And some players, that's the world they thrive in, finding windows where windows shouldn't exist and then being ready for the throw to arrive. It happens so fast, trusting your quarterback to make the right read and get it to you.
Fairbairn now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Texans take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st.
Seahawks 7.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
And the Seahawks, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
We're through 1 on Monday Night Primetime. It's an early advantage for the Texans. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. About set for the 2nd quarter. Seahawks football here. They've got a first to begin the frame. Now Darnold off the play action. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. No luck connecting with Jackson Smith and Jigba. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
On 2nd and 10 now, Darnold. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
The offense not shy about sending them downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. They kick the running back in motion. 3rd and long for him here. This is Cox. That's Walker. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He just gets down inside the 35-yard line. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
I don't know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If he could do that coming out of the backfield, imagine the damage he could do if they sent him out into one of those spots out wide.
Walker on first down. And he works it inside the 30. That's a gain of 7.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Finds him over the middle. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Throwing on first. Here's Darnold. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Motioning left is their running back. That's caught. Here's Zach Charbonnet. And this one does not go far.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it, or in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
All right, they need 7 here on 3rd down on what is the 9th play of this drive. And again, it's Darnold. And they're going to hold him to 5 yards, a little short of that marker. We'll see if they want to go for this on 4th down.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
Jason Myers out there now to try and field goal for the Seahawks on 4th down. This is a chip shot from the left hash. Myers' kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Here's Smith on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Houston's offense back out now, ready to go. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
The best defensive ends in the NFL, they don't need to win sustained battles to get home. Nope. Sometimes, Kate, all they need is one quick move, and they're into the backfield blowing it up.
A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. Trying again following the sack. Finds the in route complete. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Back to throw, Stroud. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. Big gain downfield. And he is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. Give him 32 on that play. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Zone read, a handoff to Marks. Pushing for the red zone. And he has it all the way down to the 8. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the...
And he'll get this across. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans now lead by 10. It's a Nick Chubb touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Fairbairn now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Texans drive their lead to 11.
21. Seahawks 10.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff.
Kickoff for Houston.
This return starts at the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. All right, some good work on that run back, Brock. He gets this to the 33. The Seahawks are headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And among all the team's pass catchers, partner, he has been one of the brightest spots in this opening half. I mean, I think we agree he's outshined several of their receivers and tight ends that we're used to seeing be the guys to get those targets. Ball at the 33 for first down. Drive begins with a Walker run. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
That's why you often see some mix, some high percentage pass plays on 1st and 10. You got to keep a defense honest. They're always looking for a run in that situation, and a chance to stack them up for 2nd and long.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Putting a receiver in motion. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. A throw left side, caught by Smith and Jigba. And that will not be enough for a first down.
Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Third and 4 coming up now. Here's Darnold. Throwing the out route complete. And he's out of bounds. It looked like they might have a shot, Brock, but they're going to be left 2 yards short now. It's 4th down.
4th down.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that third down?
And he's got this fair catch right along the 12-yard line. The Texans with their offense back out there as Nick Chubb returns to the field. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone. But the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them because they proved last drive they couldn't.
Hand off to Chubb to start the drive. And this play is going to come to an end at the 27. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Kate, a run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Again, it's Chubb. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
2nd and 6 now. Has him on the quick hitter. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
17 yards. 1st down, Texans.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Off the play action, here's Stroud. Fits it through the middle. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
A gain of 18 on the play. And the Texans...
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Chubb here on 1st down. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
He was taken down by Boye Mafe. A loss of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Taking a big shot for the end zone. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone, but they just can't finish the play.
QB took a chance right there, and he nearly paid dearly for it. You know, that's one of those situations, Kate, that if you're going to put the ball in harm's way, you got to make sure it's your guy or nobody's guy.
A 52-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that extends their lead to 14.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. Things going well so far. So they're going to begin from the 36 as he's brought down. Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Play fake, Darnold. Brought in by his back, Charbonnet. And this is taken ahead to the 37. Play made by E.J. Speed.
It's sure nice to have that safety valve. Sure nice to have a running back that's not just able to tote it, Kate, but he's able to catch it. That's now multiple times they've looked his way, and multiple times he's delivered.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Connection made to Smith and Jigba. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility. Get outside the pocket and find that open man.
And the Texans go in nickel coverage, 3rd down. From the gun, Darnold. Rolling left, buying some time. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And the Seahawks, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Hand off to Walker from the gun. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand if thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. From the 38. That's dropped underneath. Walker. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all to try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
3rd and just 2 to go. Now Darnold off the play action. The Texans close it in, and they will get him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Coaching youth football, Kate, this is where the kids like to say, it's starting to get real. It's starting to get real for this offense. They've got to find some solutions. This deficit, it's getting bigger. And that sack isn't helping matters.
Jason Myers out there now to try a field goal for the Seahawks on 4th down. He was good on his first kick. Going to need to hit this one well to go 2 for 2. At the distance, but no good. It finds that left upright. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Seattle. And it's the Texans beginning their drive here. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Stroud. Completed over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
1st down, Houston.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They go play action with Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
So things not looking good after that sack. 15 to go here on second down. Another try following the sack. They'll set up the screen here for Marks. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Here's Stroud now. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
The Texans set to punt. Seahawks with Torrey Horton back deep to return this. This one's headed for the sideline and out. We'll get the mark. They say it's at the 9 where it crossed. The Seahawks are going to take over late in the half. They could only set up a lengthy field goal attempt their last possession, Bronx, so some room to improve in how far they can advance the football here. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. That pass is caught by Horton. And he'll get this up to the 18-yard line. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Oh, man, these are the kind of plays you can't wait to get on film and watch the next day. Look at the fellow pass catchers. Look at the guys getting out in front, helping on that screen pass. Get your player in space, your buddies do the rest around you, and a big play follows.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Now Darnold. Here's a screen now for Walker. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. Now, that's a drop-back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
Throwing on first. Here's Darnold. Into the hands of his running back, Walker. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Now Seattle going to call its second timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
New set of downs for him from the 46. And again, it's Darnold. Looking for a target. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
Look at the quarterback's eyes. He's looking. He's trying to find a lane of some kind, but there was nowhere to go. And he was lucky to get back to the line before that defense closed in.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Out of the gun. Here's Darnold. Finds him over the middle. This one doesn't get much. Down to the 41. Will Anderson Jr. in on the stop. All right, whistles. They've got a timeout. 7 seconds to go in this half. So on 3rd down, they're going to go ahead and bring him out to try and get 3 here before the half. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. Has the distance, but headed well left. No good. And that's going to keep the difference at 14 points.
he was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. They begin the drive with Chubb. And he doesn't get much there on what turns out to be the final play of the half. So a two-score game here at the break. Some work to be done as we get ready for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Scott Hanson. Scott?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hanson and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
As always, big thanks to our guy Scott Hanson and everyone down in Orlando. We're back looking at a two-score game here, Brock, as our third quarter gets underway. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Seahawks sending their offense out to begin the third quarter. And some opening drive points would be invaluable, Bronk, trailing by 2 scores as they leave that locker room. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. The third quarter is going to start with a run by Walker. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First down, and they go right back to him. He finds some space again. And he's finally brought down just a yard shy of midfield. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
Going to the ground again on first. Into the secondary past the 40. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, get the right blocking, a possessed running back, and you get some serious yards on the table.
Back to Walker on first. Gets to space right side. And he's finally taken down at the 3. Then even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a first and goal.
It is just so hard, Kate, to get these chunk, explosive runs. But what it does now is it especially sets the table in prime scoring position.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Charbonnet. And they keep him out of the end zone. Can't even get beyond the line. Touchdown denied.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Ball still at the 3 as they get set for second and goal. Donald with a quick bounce out line.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Only need about half a yard, if that, Bronk. This is 3rd and goal. He'll try to do it himself. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Seahawks cut into the lead coming out of halftime. All right, Bronk, wondering your thought here, because to me it felt like they already had a play picked out to go for it on 4th down if that sneak hadn't worked. Do you agree?
Well, by they, if you mean the guys in the booth on the sideline, sure. But the 11 on the field, that effort just showed you they were not thinking about anything else but pushing it across the line.
Myers to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Seahawks 17.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Has this at the 6. This makes it up to the 25. The Texans with their offense back out there as Nick Chubb returns to the field. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. Texans to the line. 1st and 10. A give to Chubb, running left. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
1st down, Texans.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Stroud to throw on 1st down. Caught by his fullback behind the line. And this is taken ahead to the 42. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop.
It's always nice to see teams still employ a fullback. I love rewarding the big guy with some touches during a game. They earn those looks. That was a well-run route, and he showed some soft hands to bring it in.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They are running from the gun with Chubb. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss.
Hey, don't get me wrong, Kate. Every defensive guy, they watch tape in their own ways. But linebackers, well, they're a little bit like quarterbacks. They got to develop that sixth sense by watching that tape so they can diagnose and get home in a hurry like he just did.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
On now comes their punter. Tommy Townsend will kick it away. Takes it in at the 21. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. And the last time they had it, they ran it down the field on him. I'd expect some better resistance up front if they try that again. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. Wow, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
It's pretty clear you're trying to find ways to get this player in space, right? That's where he's most dangerous. But the defenders made sure they kept him contained and limited what came of that one.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. To throw, here's Darnold. Hauled in by Arroyo on the right side. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
A give up the gut to Walker, and he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, he'll throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So now they're gonna have to figure out this 3rd down. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Gosh, that is so demoralizing defensively. You do everything right, you draw it up right, you got double coverage, and yet you still can't take the ball away.
All set up now for 1st and 10. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Here's Darnold. Dump off caught by his back. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
The Texans bringing out an extra DB. 3rd down coming up. Now an inside give to Walker. And he only gets a couple yards. They are well short. It's 4th down.
On the tackle. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Jason Myers now going to try to knock this through for the Seahawks. From the left hash, this is from 47. Myers' kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Here's Smith on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Texans and C.J. Stroud all set to go for their next drive. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And he'll slide down after picking up a couple. Second down upcoming.
2 yards on
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Running back sent in motion. Second and 8. Hits him on the in route. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. 16 yards on the play. And it sets up a Houston first.
Houston.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Stroud completes it quick. And he'll manage what he can up to the 48. Tackle made by Ernest Jones.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at their 48-yard line.
Second down now, 7 to go. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Give Kirk another one. And he's taken down quickly. Nicely done by the defense, but the catch does get him to the 39-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Well, bless his heart. Where some quarterbacks look off double coverage and check it down, this guy just attacks it head on. And why wouldn't he if he's capable of beating it for that kind of result?
Again, Stroud. Now he takes it.
That's just the case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
At the 35-yard line.
Second down now, 7 to go. Shotgun now for Stroud. Taking off with it again. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Texans.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
Here's Chubb up the middle. The bounce outside yields a little bit there, about 3 yards. That's going to bring up second down. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run, in need of some attention. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Staying on the ground here with Chubb. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
All right, they need 7 here on third down on what is the 9th play of this drive. From the gun, Stroud. Touchdown, Houston! The Texans now lead by 10. Nico Collins with the touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Fairbairn now for the PAT.
For the extra point.
Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Texans drive their lead to 11.
Seahawks 20.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Seahawks are headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
That's good for a Seahawks. 1st down.
I think we've all become very accustomed, and I'll raise my hand and saying these tight ends are almost like bona fide receivers, big receivers, but they show you right there, when they can be powerful blockers, it can make a huge difference in a run game.
Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Arroyo on the catch. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Darnold. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball. Incomplete. Tried to find Elijah Arroyo. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Fair catch called for and brought in at the 11. The Texans and C.J. Stroud all set to go for their next drive. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, I'd expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much, those back-and-forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
Texans to the line, 1st and 10. The give inside to Chubb. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down. Here's a screen now for Chubb. This gets up past the 20. And he's escorted out of bounds, but not before driving them up near the 25. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
You could see that screen develop as the linemen pull right out in front. Sets up a nice gain. Love to see a running back utilize the big man in front of him.
Now they send their back in motion right. Complete to Chubb. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. even a minimal gain to stay on pace. But instead, well, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Offense to the line for second down. Stroud off of play action. Finds a seam down the middle. And he will not get any further, but plenty of progress already. So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. The Texans have fought their way to a strong lead, and they've got the football. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Chubb running out of the gun. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. Man, offenses love execution and plays like that on 1st down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for 2nd down.
Here's Chubb on 2nd down. Oh, he trucked that defender. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Again, it's Chubb. You got him a good handful there as it brings up 2nd down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
1st down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. They toss it to Chubb. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle, instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Seahawks with 6 DBs out there. 3rd down coming up. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing 4th down coming up.
Kate, I've talked to you over the years of the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
Kaimi Fairbairn out there now to try a field goal for the Texans on this 4th down. This is a 55-yard look from the left hash. It's no good. It had the leg, but his aim wide right. And the game stays at 11.
Really, Kate, that miss doesn't change a whole lot about the game management here. The only thing it does is provide a bit more momentum for the offense running out in need of 2 quick scores.
The Seahawk offense ready to get going once again. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Play fake, Darnold. He finds Smith and Jigba right side. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Why in the heck do you need 2 or 3 plays when you can get it done in one effective call right there? Go from 1st down to 1st down, exactly the tempo offenses love.
1st down, ball at the 36. From the gun, Darnold. Throwing the out route complete. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. On 2nd down, a run with Charbonnet. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. He gets 6 on that play, and the Seahawks will have a 1st down.
That's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. He'll try and run this. And he's going to slide down here. Picked up close to 5 before the slide. It's going to be 2nd down.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
From the 17. Into the hands of his running back, Walker. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks now within 1 score in the 4th. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
So Darnold in the offense getting set. 2-point attempt upcoming.
The Seahawks will line up for the 2.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails. Well, Brock, I love the creativity, trying to catch him a little bit off guard there, but I'm sure some people seeing that call going to say, just give it to your back and keep it simple.
Like give it to Marshawn in the Super Bowl simple?
I mean, maybe. I wasn't going to go there, but yeah, maybe. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Starting from the 5. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. The Texans with their offense back out there as Nick Chubb returns to the field. And his production is carried over into this 2nd half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive with Marks. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Running this off here to Marks. He did well to shake off one tackle partner, but the next one got him. He's going to lose yards.
Such a perfect example, teaching tape, for why these defensive coaches say, let's get population to the ball. Because if one guy misses a tackle, it doesn't get out. You populate the football, and you create a tackle for loss.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. To the air, Stroud. This connects with Higgins. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
18 on the play. 1st down, Texans.
The nice thing about a drag route is it works versus zone. You can find that soft spot and get a completion, but they can be very effective when you got an excellent route runner running away on that drag route from man coverage.
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. Good defensive effort here. Drives them back across midfield onto their own side.
You know, Kate, that's pretty good coaching on one sideline. How many times do we hear about setting an edge, setting an edge, setting an edge? Well, if you do that on the jet sweep, you stop it cold just like that.
All right, here we go. Second down. Back to throw. Stroud. Fits it through the middle. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Here's Chubb. And that is exactly what you're looking for on a 1st down run. He picked up 7.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. A tight end in motion now. Chubb again on 2nd down. And he'll go down here at the 16. It's a gain of 4 there. And it sets up a Houston 1st.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Running left, it's Chubb on the toss. He surges ahead for 5. Make it 2nd down.
With all these collisions these running backs take between the tackles, sure nice to get a little crease on the outside, get in that open field, and let these runners do their thing.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. They'll run. This is Chubb. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Short of the goal line. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Texans take an 11-point lead as they try to push this one out of reach. It's a Nick Chubb touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground.
Let's see, Kate. I think in bowling, you get 3 strikes, that's a turkey. You know, in hockey or soccer, you score 3 goals, that's a hat trick. What are we going to call this other than simply splendid?
Fairbairn now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Texans push the lead up to 12.
38. Seahawks 26.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Seahawks start headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. This could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Drive begins with a Walker run. He's got room to roam here. And finally, they're able to stop this play from getting any more yards.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Now Darnold off the play action. Finds him over the middle. And he is brought to a stop after he found plenty of room there to run.
Seahawks, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Throwing on 1st. Here's Darnold. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
From the red zone now. Brought in by his back, Charbonnet. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks now within 1 score in the 4th. Zach Charbonnet with the touchdown! This play gives us an excellent opportunity, Brock, to talk about how well he sees the field with the ball in his hands, because that was a big part of that touchdown.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's a handoff or gets hauled in on a 30-yard throw. The instincts, that's what it is. Instincts with a capital I. And the best running backs in the game today, they've got to do it as a runner, and they got to do it as a receiver.
Myers to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks trim the deficit down to 5.
Seahawks, 33. Jason Myers.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Brings in the kick at the 9. Dukes out a 1-stop. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Texans and C.J. Stroud all set to go for their next drive. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. First call here coming from the shotgun. They begin the drive with Chubb. He breaks the tackle. And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
A gain of 12. First down, Texans.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
First down, ball at the 36. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Finds his back, marks. And that's a key stop defensively, Brock. Gonna need more of those as they trail by a score.
It's a loss of 2.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. They go play action with Stroud. Taking a deep shot here. He's got it inside the 10. He goes the distance. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans make it a two-possession game here in the fourth. Nico Collins with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got a single eye or two high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
Fairbairn now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Texans push the lead up to 12.
45. Seahawks 33.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Seahawks offense running out now. And they just saw that lead stretched out to a two-score margin now. Really makes this a must-score series late.
And Kate, you know I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation, but a state of urgency got to be sky high right now.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Now an inside give to Walker. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Here's Darnold to throw. Barner with the grab. Gain of about 8 here. Nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he can move those chains.
Brings up 3rd down.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Seattle. Seahawks need to score quickly. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Walker trying to run for the first. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10. To the left and pulled in by Cup. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. Finds Cup once more. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Texans' 35-yard line.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Trying to push it deep downfield. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks now within 1 score in the 4th. Myers to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Seahawks trim the deficit down to 5. So they're going to line up for the onside kick that may just decide this game. Just over a minute to play. And the Texans secure that kick, no problem. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. The Texans and wide receiver Nico Collins ready to go once again. Their lead still more than a field goal, thankfully, should the worst happen, Brock. But obviously the goal here is to hang on to the ball and try to run this game out.
Yeah, the goal is to get to the best formation in the history of offensive football. The victory formation.
The victory formation.
That is all that you're thinking right now is just make these plays, run out this clock so we could take one more knee and celebrate.
Shove here on first down. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. They've got first down from the 31. Staying on the ground here with Chubb. And this hasn't been a common sign out of him tonight, but the defense wins this rep. He's limited to no gain on the carry. Now Seattle going to call it second timeout. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
At the 31-yard line.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Oh, Bronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Trying to fight free. He can't do so. They've got him behind the line. Now let's see, Brock, if they call their final timeout. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their third and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Setting up for the kneel down on third. He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
Kaimi Fairbairn on now as we see how he handles this moment. Ball in the left hash, the distance 53 yards. Got all of it, and this is good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the fourth quarter when it really matters.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. So no return this time. This is going to go for a touchback, Brock. Let's see what they do with this final snap.
35-yard line.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And this one won't be caught, but we got a flag here. Looked like there may have been some early contact before that throw arrived. That's no way to end a game, right, Brock? Can't have a defensive penalty on the final play, so an untimed down coming up. Here he goes, one final shot. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So the Texans come away with the road win. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with the victory. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Seattle.